CultfiggaTV. Houston ain't big enough. Houston ain't big enough. The words of J. Prince Jr., the boss, the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records. It was a legendary tale that J. Prince told Tony Draper. Houston wasn't big enough. And it could only be one. And Suave House had to leave Houston. I'm bringing back the series, y'all. Houston ain't big enough. Well, I'll be talking about stories to where in the music business, was Houston big enough? What do you mean by that? Well, was Houston big enough for Lil Flip? We know when Lil Flip signed to, what was that, Columbia? He got shot. Houston wasn't big enough. Was Houston big enough for DJ Screw? We do know the story of J. Prince going on the Drink Champs and say DJ Screw was being extorted. He said that, and I repeat, he said that. And anybody from Rap-A-Lot or Connected Rap-A-Lot want to come on the CultFigga TV and discuss this, because I did discuss this with Mike D, Screwed Up Legend, off the scenes when we was dealing with the Blackface Ku Klux Klan member Trey, the phony who jumped on Zero. But he can come back on the CultFigga and we can have this conversation, because Mike D did say, no, that wasn't true. But I say Jay said Screw told him. So people could come on the internet. J. Prince said live on Drink Champ, Screw came to him and said somebody in his clique had been getting money and pretending like it was J. Prince. And Jay said that wasn't true. He hadn't been shaking Screw down. But somebody in his team that was on Rap-A-Lot. Some people said it could have been Big Mello or 3-2. You know. And then we had Screw cousin went on Donnie Houston and said that the coroner told him Screw was murdered. Was Houston big enough? We asking this in the series. Houston ain't big enough. Was Houston big enough for Pimp C? R.I.P. to the legendary Sweet Jane. We heard about the rumors about him getting into it at times with J. Prince. I don't know particularly if that's true, but we do know that Pimp C cousin Edgar came on to Super Tight podcast on YouTube and said that Pimp C was murdered. Pimp C was murdered by a cat from Mississippi, Buddy, who later on was with his wife. Is Houston big enough? We do understand that a lot of people close to Pimp, like Bun B, said that Pimp C overdosed. Lies was being spread. Bun, you said that on TV. When Pimp Mom had already said that is a lie. Was Houston big enough? That's what the series Houston Ain't Big Enough gonna be all about when we dig into details. Now, when we get into, start with where the title Houston Ain't Big Enough came from, like I say, it came from J. Prince himself. And it's allegedly he told that to Tony Draper. Some people say, that's allegedly. Well, did Suave House have to leave Houston? Was that true? Because we could get to this and say, did Suave House leave Houston? And Rap-A-Lot had it all to themselves. And to the rise of the SUC. And then DJ Screw got upset because all of a sudden Swisher House was eating off his plate, copying his style. Was Houston big enough? Anybody looking at Swisher House, they do understand it was started by cats tied to J. Prince. That is absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Matter of fact, was G-Dash ever operating for Rap-A-Lot? G-Dash, was you writing? You was writing all the checks at Swisher House, right? Come on, man. Well, is Houston big enough? R.I.P. Screw. ESG. Poking. I remember one time ESG, salute to ESG, said that, you know, when things was going on, we do know that Kiki, there's no shot at Kiki, because we do know me and Kiki had our back and forth openly on my first YouTube channel when I got to talking about what happened to DJ Screw and how I didn't respect, I still stand on that, Key, it's no not to you, how he immediately went to the north side. When he knew Screw had a problem with them eating off his name, he said, look at damn what that man doing. It ain't Screw, it ain't Screw. Let the world know. You know, and I don't want to do no business. Well, the school died. Don't want to do no business with Michael Watts. But Jay Prince did let us know that somebody close to Screw was shaking him down and was tied to Rap-A-Lot. Jay said that, not me. But he was in Screw camp, but he was going to sign a Rap-A-Lot. Big Mello or 3-2. Them the names people throwing out there. I don't know. I'm an investigative journalist in this Houston Ain't Big Enough series. Got to be told. A lot of these details got to be filled in. When we didn't respect, I'm going to get back to that, when Kiki went over there and got down with Swisher House after the big homie, his homie, Screw, passed away. That was almost the end. As you see, the captain, one of the biggest names, you jump ship. That's like Kobe Bryant immediately going to be a Boston Celtic or something. What the hell? But you chose that route, Key. This ain't no shot at you, brother. This is a Houston Ain't Big Enough series. ESG didn't say, somebody, I think it was Jay offered them something, but I remember E saying, I remember personally, he might have died this, but he come on CultFigga saying that, man, them crumbs you trying to give us, fat. We can't sign with you. Was Houston big enough? We're gonna find out as we peel back story by story. The Tony Draper one is shocking to me, really, because we all know that Houston is a major mega city, one of the biggest in the U.S., biggest in the world. It's one of the biggest cities. And to think that one black man would tell another black man, this big city ain't big enough for us to both eat here. That's crazy. We can't make legal money together. Now we talking about an understanding of black man unity. But here we had some activity where it seemed like Jay Prince was trying to stop legal money from other brothers. He wanted to be the one. And he told another brother, this city not big enough for both of us. Houston ain't big enough. We do know, I'm going to throw a nugget in here about, was it Bookman? The big studio in Houston, I think that was 2006. The studio they had did Bun B album. Done some other, when you go to Houston and you a major star, it was a studio you go to where it had all, multi-million studio, all the greatest gadgets that you needed. It was owned by a dude, I think his name was Bookman or something like that. People know this is true. You can Google it and see Jay Prince had to beat this in court. Houston wasn't big enough for a big studio like that. Jay Prince walked in there. The man said the man told us they called him a snitch. The man told us on the news. The man thought Jay was there to pay him for mixing Bun B album. Man, that album went gold. It was gold. Everybody was eating off that Bun B album that he dropped on Rap-A-Lot. The man say, Jay, instead of paying him, Jay said, you know, I like this place. I like what you done to it. I like the money that it's making. I want to buy it. Man say, look at Jay say, what? No, this is going to be left down to my family. Generational wealth. You know, like you got over there at Rap-A-Lot for yours? Jay say, so you don't want to let me buy it? The man say he told Jay no, he wanted to leave it in his family. Jay said, okay, hey, no harm, no foul, brother. Got up, left. It was on the news. In walked some goons, and they whooped on him. Bam, 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 bam. Beat him up, swole him up, bust him up. He called the police, filed charges on Jay Prince for what had just happened. Houston wasn't big enough. Jay beat that in court. Yes, it was on the news. Jay say he don't know who the hell them dudes was. That's a studio. Must have been some rappers that he messed up the album. Houston ain't big enough. Jay Prince say that snitch. Jay called him a snitch. That snitch working with the authorities and lying on me. Houston wasn't big enough. But Jay beat the case because he's real tied in. But the more I go back and think about that story, damn, a black man trying to do it the right way, feed his family, Mr. Prince. Y'all know I come from Rap-A-Lot and respect Jay, but I got to tell the truth because I'm a righteous revolutionary at all times. To say that just because that man didn't want to sell your studio, he had to get beat. Now you beat that in court. But the rumor is that them was your goons, the Rap-A-Lot goons that beat him because he refused to let you buy that studio. Which, why would he do that? That's his bread and butter. But I guess you thought that Houston wasn't big enough for everybody to be multi-millionaires. That could only be one. Allegedly. We're going to dig into that in this series. Houston ain't big enough. Cult Figga.